Hi Taurus, welcome to your February 10th through the 16th forecast for the week. Happy Valentine's week. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull an angel card for you all with this deck here. So without further ado, my darlings, let's jump right on in here and see what's happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, my dear. So Monday, Tuesday, we have 10 of Pentacles. Very, very nice. Taurus, the 10 of Pentacles is a card that does indicate abundance coming in, wealth coming in, a positive turn of events financially, stability, all that kind of stuff. It can also indicate traditions of some kind, setting traditions, a sense of family, a sense of home. But it also is a card that indicates that things are being manifest, that things that you had dreamed of or things that you had hoped for are going to be actually materializing in the physical realm. So when I see 10 of Pentacles, sometimes it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, just a heads up, you're going to have some good stuff coming in pretty soon. The things that you've been waiting on, the things that you've been hoping for, you're going to be seeing them take shape. I do feel for a lot of you, Taurus, you are overcoming something that has been crippling you in terms of let me rephrase. I do feel some of you are overcoming something that has been preventing you from succeeding in an area of your life, something that has been holding you back, something that has been giving you a really hard time to move forward. So for some reason, that's not typically a feeling I get around 10 of Pentacles, but I am feeling it for you guys. You are manifesting the resources to make some positive changes. So maybe you have felt very stuck because you have felt like you can't get out of a certain working situation or a certain living arrangement or something. Something is being manifest to get you out of it. Or you've been having a really hard time healing from something emotionally, mentally, physically. You're manifesting the resources and the help that you're going to need to heal from those things so that you can come into your stability and coming into your abundance. You know, I'm recording this reading prior to the week that I'm reading for. So at the time that I'm recording this, we're before the full moon on the 8th. I'm recording this on the 6th. So at the time of recording this, there's a full moon coming up in 2 days, which is going to be 2 days before this card is for. So this makes me feel, Taurus, like there's going to be a pretty significant release that you're experiencing in this full moon, where you're also releasing a block. I feel you're releasing a block. You're releasing something that has been keeping you stuck. It could be a mental belief. It could be something energetically. For some of you, it could be some kind of energetic attachment. So I do want to give you a heads up. Anytime we're releasing, we do become very, very tired. So you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. You may need to take a couple of extra naps. You know, if you have days off from school or off from work, it might be a good time to lay low and let your body rest. But you may be feeling more tired than usual. I always recommend when people are going through energy clearing and having these kinds of symptoms to go to the doctor, get looked at, make sure there isn't anything more serious going on. But do know that when you are releasing energy, there can be, or when you're releasing blocks, you can feel very, very tired. Okay, and I feel the blocks that you're releasing are blocks that have kept you from feeling like you have a stable life, or feeling like you can kind of, you know, depend on things to be solid. And that's important for a Taurus. You know, it's important for all people. All people want to have stability. All people want to have abundance. All people want to feel a sense of security. But for Taurus especially, I mean, if you're feeling stuck in that area of life, it can be very devastating for a Taurus. It could be very difficult for a Taurus because you all are very much about home and stability. So it feels very unnatural to you to be without it, maybe more so than other signs. So whatever's been blocking you from having that, you are clearing out of it. You're clearing out of it and coming into this stability, security, abundance, manifesting the things that you've been trying to manifest for a long time that seem to be escaping you, or you've had a hard time being able to call in. They're going to be coming in. Your Wednesday, Thursday card is Princess of Wands. So in traditional tarot, Princess of Wands is what we will refer to as Page of Wands, okay, as the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is a card about spontaneity. It's a card about, you know, just going out there for new opportunities and new experiences. It can also indicate someone who might be a little bit mischievous. But for me, when I see Page of Wands, it gives me the sense or the feeling of wanting to have a good time and coming into a second adolescence. This is not necessarily a traditional meaning of the card. It's not like a Tarot 101 thing. It's just the way I have seen the card come up in my readings over the years. When I see Page of Wands or Princess of Wands, it tells me that you're feeling very inspired to get out there and to find yourself, coming into confidence, coming into self-discovery, coming into your energies of passion and attraction and things like this, like having a second adolescence, finding yourself again, you know, finding yourself again. For some of you Taurus, there could be something happening with a child who may be in their teens, where you all are coming to an agreement or an understanding and trying to rebuild a relationship. This could be someone who's not been living with you, you know, so like maybe if you've had custody situation, or they haven't been wanting to live with you, or their other parent is turning you out to be the bad guy. Something could be happening where there's actually a communication. You may be receiving this in a way where like they finally want to talk to you, but they're doing it in terms of like they're going to confront you. They're going to lay it straight and they're going to give you all of the reasons why you're just absolutely the worst. But if you can endure it and hear them out, you're going to be able to be like, okay, you know what? I know that was very hard for you to open up and say, and I'm really, really sorry that you're hurting. And you're going to have a chance to be able to tell them the rest of the story, like what they don't know, right? But I feel, Taurus, also you're going to go about it in a very high vibrational way where you're going to be able to clear things up without making the other parent look like the bad guy or bad girl or whatever. You know, like you're going to be able to do it in a way where you can clear some things up, some misunderstandings, and you know, be able to offer them truth and facts about how some things that they're saying about you are not true, that they weren't given the truth about the situation. But at the same time, you're going to be able to do it without throwing shade or without coming off in a way where they're going to be like, oh, I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to blame the other parent, and they're innocent, and you're not innocent. But you're doing it in a way where they're going to have to stop and think and go, whoa, wow, okay. Something here isn't adding up. Maybe I haven't been told the truth. You know, maybe this other parent is telling me, you know, what they want me to think or what they want me to believe. I just feel you're approaching it in some way with some facts, without, you know, slinging mud, without throwing shade, without, you know, getting into like a low vibrational energy. So I do feel some of you are having communication opening up with a child who may be in their teenage years. And this is going to be for a select few of you. It is a general reading. It won't be for every single one of you. But overall, just a sense of being able to embrace the moment. And again, like finding yourself. So something about, you know, those of you who have that interaction, it may be making you think of that time in your life or that age and what you were going through at that age. I feel something is happening for a lot of you Taurus with your inner teenager. Maybe not necessarily your inner child, but your inner teenager. Your inner teenager is coming out to the surface, wanting to play, wanting to have a good time, wanting to find themselves, wanting to enjoy life. Okay? Your next card here is Six of Hearts. So like I said, there's some kind of a reconciliation happening for some of you. And so if maybe for some of you, this is with a child that you may have been estranged from. For other ones of you, as you are in this teenage kind of energy or youthful kind of energy, you may be reconnecting with somebody from that time of your life. Keep in mind, my dears, that you have this, you know, card coming up for you towards the end of the week, which is when, depending on what part of the world you live in, it's falling on the Valentine's Day energy. So there could be a getting together, you know, having a good time, something sentimental with somebody from your younger years. Some of you may be spending Valentine's Day with an old crush from high school, or maybe even further back in your childhood. There could be a reconnecting, or some of you are reconnecting with a group of friends. You guys are doing something together, whether it's for Valentine's Day or just towards the end of the week, or making plans towards the end of the week. You know, getting in touch with old friends and like just kind of trying to find yourself again, being in that youthfulness again. I'm also getting a sense of like board games or like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever you're into. You know, something like, you know, getting into the things that you were into when you were younger, bringing them up again, having them resurface. You know, some of you may be wanting to have people come over and do something like that. Do something like board games or Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, where you're seeing it as an opportunity to laugh, to play, to bond, to talk. I don't know, I'm getting like slumber party vibes. So maybe you're having a slumber party as an adult with some friends, but there's this energy of like that inner teenager coming out. I am feeling that vibe for some of you. And some of you, this could be a romantic reconciliation. Somebody's wanting another chance, you know, peaceful resolution to a conflict, you know, being able to overcome whatever has happened in the past. And I do feel for some of you, for whatever reason, this reconciliation may also come with some form of a gift or some form of a payment. Maybe there's somebody that owed you money and you forgot about it and you let it go. They may be resurfacing and they may be wanting to, you know, pay you back all of a sudden, and you guys are reconnecting in that way. Or vice versa, maybe you owe somebody some money and, you know, that Ten of Pentacles is saying, you know, money is coming in, things are good, and somebody's crossing your mind and you're saying, you know what, that person helped me out when things were rough, or I really couldn't pay them back before, but now I want to. So maybe you're reaching out to them. But something about this exchange is also opening a door for some good times, some association, potentially even something romantic for some of you. Now, you know, those of you who watch my readings, you know that I don't focus too much on love and relationship in the weekly forecasts. I do have separate love readings for those. So if you're wanting more guidance into your love life, be sure after this video to watch the love reading that's linked in the description. But let's see what your angel message is for the week. And I always encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those resonate with you more than others, or they may add some extra information that can be helpful. Or you may need a private reading, which I'll talk about in just a moment here. So your angel message for the week is Angel of Psychic Ability. Your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at present. So you're going to be manifesting this intuition. You're going to be manifesting this feeling or this knowing. Some of you, whoever is coming back or whoever you're reconnecting with, you have felt this for a while. You have felt this energy for a while. And so you're receiving some confirmation that what you're picking up on, or the things that you're feeling, are the truth. I do feel some of you may also be preparing for some kind of a retreat, like going on a psychic retreat or doing something to tap into your spiritual gifts, spiritual abilities. There may be something where you're wanting to explore that aspect of yourself. Okay. And I feel a lot of you are doing things with moon energy. So I don't know if you're getting more into moon cycles and doing release and manifesting with the moon cycles, or if you're just really kind of preparing to do some kind of release through, like, you know, the shadow self. But I feel, Taurus, that you guys are really, really going to be linked up with the moon the next maybe 6 to 8 months for some reason. And it could be because of something in the rest of your planetary alignments. You know, I'm not an astrology expert by any means. I read intuitively, I read energies, and for some reason, and if there is somebody out there who astrologically, you guys know more about astrology than I do, if you know of any reason why Taurus would be more connected to the moon in the next 6 to 8 months, please feel free to share that in the comments. But intuitively, I'm feeling that for some reason for Taurus. And the moon is associated with healing, with emotions, with psychic ability, intuition, creativity, all of those wonderful things. So I think you're in for some interesting developments in that way, my dears. Again, I do encourage you to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. If you would like a private reading, this might be a good time to do it, because I am having a special right now to celebrate having reached 88,000 subscribers not too long ago. Typically, the 60-minute recorded videos are $150, but to celebrate, I'm having a discount so that they're only $88 right now. I know that might still be steep for some people, but if you go on the Calendly link and look through the options, I have a whole range at different price points, and there should be something there that will work in your budget. I have a lot of options in terms of different types of readings and pricing. But even then, like say you still can't do that, or you just don't want a private reading right now, please, please, please do continue to enjoy the free videos. I'm going to keep posting them. Every week you'll get a reading like this. You'll get a love reading once a month. You'll get an angel message once a month. So be sure to subscribe and, you know, take advantage of that. If you would like something on a daily basis, please do follow and like Amethyst Angelite on Instagram and Facebook. I post a message there every single day, a card of the day, and I do a fun little pick a card game there that a lot of people have been liking, so be sure to take advantage of that as well. I thank you all so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my dears. Take care.